Welcome to the CISO Daily Update.
1/3 of the U.S. population's background info is now public. A massive data leak at background check firm MC2 Data exposed the personal information of over 100 million U.S. citizens. The leak was due to a publicly accessible 2.2 terabyte database that did not require a password. The database included sensitive information such as names, emails, home addresses, phone numbers, employment history, and legal records. The breach also affected over 2 million users of MC2 Data's services, including employers and landlords. Dell investigates data breach claims after hacker leaks employee info. Dell is investigating claims of a data breach after a hacker named Grep leaked data on over 10,000 employees, including employee IDs, names, and partner details. The breach reportedly occurred in September 2024 and was disclosed on a hacking forum where a small sample of data was shared for free with the full database available for purchase. Dell acknowledged the breach claims and stated their security team is investigating. The same hacker previously claimed responsibility for a September breach at Capgemini and a prior incident involving Dell's customer data earlier this year. Disney ditching Slack after massive July data breach. Disney is abandoning Slack after a major data breach in July exposed over 1 terabyte of sensitive internal communications, including Disney project details and financial data. The breach impacted nearly 10,000 Disney Slack channels. Disney has begun transitioning to new enterprise collaboration tools, with the migration expected to complete by the end of the next fiscal quarter. In 2022, Uber's Slack server was breached by the Lapsus hacking group, and last year threat actors breached Activision's Slack server. Ascension's financial comeback stalled by costly cyberattack, resulting in $1.8 billion loss. Ascension Health's financial recovery has been significantly hindered by a May 2024 cyberattack, resulting in a total operating loss of $1.8 billion for the fiscal year, despite earlier improvements that had reduced its loss to $332 million in the first 10 months. The attack disrupted clinical operations and access to critical systems and led to increased remediation costs and reduced revenues due to business interruptions. Before the cyber incident, Ascension had made substantial progress with a $1.2 billion year-over-year improvement in recurring operating performance, narrowing its losses from $1.2 billion to $79 million. However, the attack's impact forced the organization to take systems offline and temporarily sever connections with business partners. Threat actor IntelBroker allegedly claims leak of Deloitte internal communications. The threat actor IntelBroker has allegedly claimed responsibility for leaking internal communications from Deloitte following a breach due to an exposed Apache Solr server left with default login credentials. The compromised data includes sensitive email addresses and internal communications. IntelBroker shared proof of access on breach forums, a platform known for trading stolen data. Hertz car rental platform leaks 60,000 insurance claim reports. Hertz inadvertently exposed over 60,000 insurance claim reports. The breach was discovered when a customer received a suspicious email with a link to a phishing site that was collecting sensitive information. An access control vulnerability known as indirect object reference allowed unauthorized access to accident reports by simply altering the URL. Personal details such as names, addresses, and phone numbers were compromised, although more sensitive information was limited. After being alerted to the leak, Hertz shut down the compromised domain and is notifying affected customers. Walmart customers accused of drug trafficking in a Google Ads scam. Scammers are using Google Ads and Walmart lists to deceive customers into believing they are involved in drug trafficking. By placing fake customer service numbers on Walmart lists, scammers tricked victims who called the number into thinking their accounts were being used to launder drug money. Victims were then pressured into providing personal and financial information or transferring funds to avoid arrest. The scam exploited the credibility of Walmart's website and the urgency of false accusations. One post-exploit for critical RCE flaw, but 2 patches from Veeam. Veeam issued 2 patches to address a critical remote code execution flaw, CVE 2024-40711, in its backup and replication software, with a CVSS score of 9.8. A researcher released a proof-of-concept exploit for the vulnerability, enabling attackers to bypass protections in versions 12.1.2.1, 72 and below. The first patch still allowed exploitation by attackers with low-level credentials, while the second patch fully resolves the flaw. With the POC now publicly available, it's critical for enterprises to apply the latest patch. Zero-click RCE vulnerability in MediaTek Wi-Fi chipsets allows remote exploitation. Source: Cybersecurity News. A critical zero-click remote code execution (CVE 242017) was found in MediaTek Wi-Fi chipsets used in devices from manufacturers like Ubiquiti, Xiaomi, and Netgear. This flaw is located in the WAP-D network daemon and allows attackers to exploit a buffer overflow by sending malicious packets that require no user interaction. Researchers developed 4 distinct exploits targeting various security mitigations, including stack canaries and address space layout randomization. Users of affected devices are urged to update their firmware to protect against potential attacks. CISA releases 6 advisories for industrial control systems. CISA issued 6 advisories highlighting critical vulnerabilities in industrial control systems, including Rockwell Automation's RS-Logix 5 and RS-Logix 500 software, which are susceptible to remote code execution due to insufficient data authenticity verification. CVE 2024-7847 with a high CVSS v4 score of 8.8. IDEC PLCs face moderate risks from clear text transmission of sensitive information and predictable identifiers, while IDEC's WinD-LDR and WinD-O INV4 software are vulnerable due to clear text storage of sensitive data. CVE 2024-41716, scoring 5.9 on the CVSS v3 scale. Organizations must act promptly to mitigate these vulnerabilities and protect against potential exploitation. U.S. Cyberspace Solarium Commission outlines 10 new cyber policy priorities. The U.S. Cyberspace Solarium Commission 2.0 outlined 10 new cyber policy recommendations for the next administration to bolster the nation's cybersecurity posture. In its September 2024 report, CSC 2.0 emphasized continued efforts to secure critical infrastructure, citing an 80% implementation rate of its prior recommendations. Key new priorities include designating responsibilities for systemically important entities, enhancing cloud security certifications, establishing a Bureau of Cyber Statistics, and building societal resilience against cyber-enabled misinformation. These measures aim to address rising nation-state and ransomware threats while strengthening U.S. cyber defenses. Cybersecurity skills gap leaves cloud environments vulnerable. A recent Checkpoint software report reveals a critical skills gap in cloud security. In 2024, 61% of organizations reported experiencing security incidents related to public cloud use, up from 24% the previous year, with 21% resulting in data breaches. A shortage of skilled personnel was cited by 32% of respondents, while 41% highlighted a lack of security awareness among employees. Despite recognizing prevention as a key challenge, only 21% prioritize it. Additionally, the rise of AI technologies has increased the demand for new skills, with 49% of professionals seeking AI-related training.
Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter at CISOheadlines.com. Until next time, stay curious.